A person struggling to push a heavy, ornate chest up a steep, winding path. The chest is filled with stones labeled with words like regret, others' opinions, future worry, past shame. They are exhausted, sweating, making little progress. A moment of pause. They begin to open the chest, remove the stones, and leave them by the side of the path. One by one, the weight lessens. Soon, they are walking the path unburdened, the chest left far behind. The landscape itself seems to open up. Life is not inherently difficult. We are. We carry weights we were never meant to bear. Down paths we do not need to walk. Toward destinations we did not choose. For the length of this session, we will not learn how to push the weight harder. We will learn how to identify the weights. And the simple, profound courage. To set them down. This is the practical promise of a timeless wisdom. Not to add more to your life, but to remove everything that makes it heavy. These are the 9 relinquishments. The 9 ways back to ease. Ease is not laziness. It is the state of a system operating without internal friction. Most of our friction is self-created. It is the resistance we generate by fighting what is, by clinging to what isn't, and by demanding that the world conform to a private, fragile script. The philosophy we turn to is not one of complex strategies, but of elegant simplifications. It is an operation manual for the human mind, focused on deleting unnecessary programs that drain its energy and slow its progress. The first relinquishment, the need for constant certainty. You are trying to read a book while insisting on knowing the last page. Life does not work this way. The demand for a guaranteed future is a weight that crushes the present. Ease is found in shifting your trust from a perfect outcome to your own capacity to handle whatever outcome arrives. Plan, but do not pre-live. Work with the chapter you are in. The second relinquishment, the ownership of other people's thoughts. Their opinions, moods, and choices are their property. To constantly renovate your behavior in hopes of managing their internal real estate is a futile, exhausting project. Ease arrives when you pay the mortgage on your own character and let others be responsible for theirs. What they think of you becomes weather, noted, but not an instruction for how to build your house. The third relinquishment, the war against impermanence. Everything changes. Your body, your relationships, your circumstances. To rage against this law is to be in a permanent, losing battle with gravity. Ease is found in alignment. In seeing change not as a thief, but as the essential nature of your journey. Love what is here now, fully, precisely because it will not last. This releases the desperate grip that causes the pain. The fourth relinquishment, the addiction to more. The pursuit of the next thing, the nicer object, the higher status, the greater comfort, is a wheel that never stops turning. It defines your present as a state of lack. Ease is cultivated by practicing the conscious enjoyment of enough. It is the deep focus on what you have, right now, and the deliberate savoring of it. This turns sufficiency from a compromise into an achievement. The fifth relinquishment, the personalization of events. Not everything is about you. The rude clerk, the traffic jam, the cancelled plan, these are events in a vast, interconnected system. To insert your ego as the central character in every inconvenience is to write yourself into a drama of perpetual slight. Ease comes from seeing events impersonally. It was not done to you. It simply happened, and you are there to experience it and choose your response. The sixth relinquishment, the compulsion to explain and justify. Your worth is not a court case that needs to be argued before a jury of peers. Over-explaining your choices, your needs, your boundaries is a plea for validation that gives away your power. Ease is found in the quiet confidence of a simple statement. This is my decision. This is what I need. Period. The space you leave unfilled with words becomes space for your peace. The seventh relinquishment, the cataloging of wrongs. The mental list of past grievances is a heavy ledger you carry, rereading entries that no one else can see. It poisons the present with the past. Ease is granted by closing the book. Not by granting forgiveness for their sake, but by granting freedom for yours. See the past as a series of facts that have shaped you, not as a weapon you must keep sharpened. The eighth relinquishment, the confusion of comfort for ease. A life organized around avoiding all discomfort is a small, padded cell. True ease is the ability to move through discomfort without it defining your experience. It is the strength of the hiker who feels the burn in their legs but is focused on the summit view. Practice voluntary, small discomforts to prove to yourself that you are more resilient than your cravings. Ease is not the absence of effort, it is the presence of capacity. The ninth relinquishment, the belief that you are running out of time. The frantic pace, the anxiety of missed opportunities, this is the weight of a mistaken relationship with time. You have all the time there is, this moment. Ease is found by collapsing the frantic, linear sprint into a series of nows. Do what is in front of you, fully. Then do the next thing. Your life is not a race against a clock, it is a series of moments to inhabit. Inhabit this one. This is how life becomes easier. Not by the world changing its nature, but by you changing your relationship to it. You stop carrying stones that belong to the landscape. You stop arguing with gravity. You stop building your home in other people's minds. What remains is a lighter load. A clearer path. A self that is no longer at war with reality, but is in a kind of agile, resilient partnership with it. The weight you feel was never in the world. It was in your consent to carry what was never yours. Set down the stones, one by one, and feel the ease that was waiting for you, all along.